before this video starts, this is future BrickOMode, and I'm making this clip because I'm right now trying to edit my video, and I saw how I was terrible with my mic at the beginning. So I guess you could say that volume warning for the beginning, just because of how terrible I started the video, and I really don't feel like starting another video. So just a warning, and enjoy. What is going on, guys? It is your boy. I forgot what my intro was. I remember how it was. Let's start all this over. What's good, guys? I go by the name BrickOMode. Back at it again after a long pause because not really many interesting things have been happening around the league, unless they were free agency stuff, but really not much. There has just been news today. The Cowboys made a move, which is something that they didn't do all year, and that was sign Anthony Barr. But it's something. I know Anthony Barr hasn't really progressed the way he has. By the way, in the background, I'm at my little brother here playing MLB The Show. He loves playing that, so maybe I can have that. Maybe I can be watching that if I don't like the stuff that I say. Who knows? But we'll see. But I am back, and the reason I'm back is because I'm posting this video on Thursday, which will be when football is officially back. Honestly, this felt like a very quick offseason. Out of all the off seasons I've been a part of, this definitely feels like the quickest one. But hey, I'm not complaining. I mean, it may not be these. It might not be like the biggest teams or whatever. It's gonna be the Jaguars and Raiders. But I mean, hey, it's something, you know. So I'm definitely proud of that. Football will officially be back, and what's better than coming back and then doing my yearly football NFL prediction. So I finally got that finished. I finished it last night, and I'm ready to share it with y'all. And I'm telling y'all right now, there will definitely be some plot twist. Like I tell y'all, by the way, I'm rocking the Tom Brady shirt. I found this on eBay for like a couple bucks, and it's very comfortable. Like the fact that it has this patch, probably one of the best Super Bowls in NFL history and whatnot. But yeah, so and in case y'all don't know, I've talked about this in my video that I made last year. When I do NFL season predictions, I go through every single game in the season. Like I don't just like predict and see like the Cowboys, and I'll say like I think they'll go 12-5 or whatever. Or if I see the Browns and I say they're gonna go 6-11 or whatever, I don't do that. Like I legit go through one by one through every single NFL game that's gonna be played in the 2022 season. And I was saying, if I haven't said this yet, I go through every single game one by one, and I would mark this team winning. I will put it in the line. And then the team that I had losing, I would also mark a line there. Now the thing is, I did something very different this year. So one problem that I had last year was that I was having ties when it came to like divisional champions, and that was a problem with me. Like something that I should have checked was also do the division records, and that's something that I failed. So let me show y'all the paper right now. I will one by one name the records and division champs, but this is how I literally do it. Like I have all the NFL teams here, and I would mark a line for every single wins and loss for every team. And also what I did new this year was I also did it for the division, as you can see right here. So it definitely took a long process. I'm gonna be honest with you, doing all of this took me almost 2 hours, maybe even more than 2 hours. But hey, it was worth it, and I'm ready to tell y'all the predictions. And here we go. We're heading to the predictions now. Something that I failed to also say is I don't just do the season, I do the playoffs and the Super Bowl, make it more interesting. But here you go. We're gonna start it off with how I started with every year, and that will be the NFC East. And when I told you there's gonna be plot twists from me, and I stand corrected by it, because this ain't gonna be a surprise for many people, but it'll definitely be a surprise for some people that I know. But I actually have the Eagles winning the NFC East with an 11-6 record. Coming in at second will be the Cowboys at 11-6, and they have the same record. They have the same record, But the reason I gave the Eagles the division is because, remember, I started marking the division records as well, and the Eagles had the better division record than the Cowboys. That's why. But coming in at third will be the new Washington Commanders now, with a 6-11 record, and the Giants last at 2-15. I think I was a little cruel with that one, but it was hard for me to give the Giants a win when I legitimately do not believe they're a good team, and I say that with honesty, and I'm sure even Giants fans say that. But that's it for the NFC East. Moving on to the NFC North, I have the Packers winning the division with an 11-6 record. The Vikings at 10-7. The Bears at 6-11. That one, some people might tell me that that's too much, but then I gave the Lions a 3-14 record. Going to the NFC North, I have the Buccaneers going at 12-5. The Saints at 7-10. Y'all let me know if that's a little cruel. The Falcons at 4-13, and the Panthers at 3-14. Maybe some people will tell me that that's not fair. But going on now to the NFC West, the last division of the NFC, I have the Rams winning the division and also getting the first place bye at 13-14. Right behind the 49ers at 8-9. Y'all tell me if that's too many losses. Cardinals at 8-9, and the Seahawks at 7-10. Some people will. I feel like people are gonna tell me that is way too many wins for the Seahawks, because a lot of people have the Seahawks being the worst team in the NFC. I can see that, but for some reason there are some pieces in the Seahawks team that make me believe that it will help them win games. Some of those pieces being Noah Fant and DK Metcalf, of course. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that, but that's how I'm gonna leave it. I mean, it's not like I'm putting the Seahawks in the playoffs. They're 7-10. That's still a bad record. But all right, that will be it for the NFC, with the division champs being the Rams, Eagles, Packers, and Buccaneers. But we're gonna go on now to the AFC East, starting off with the Bills. I feel like this one was obvious, winning the division, and I'm also giving them the first round, the first seed bye. I guess that's what you want to call it, with the Bills going 14-13, right behind the Patriots 9-8. Maybe that's a little cruel with the Dolphins being 8-9. A lot of people have them winning a lot of games, but I feel like it'll take a long time. I forgot where I was. He just wanted me to show. He wanted to show me his home run, so I had to pause the video to look at that real quick. Sorry, Pablo. Dolphins 8-9. Some people, I think I already said this already, but I was saying that people have them winning more games because of Tyreek Hill, which could be true, but it's just like I'm not feeling it. Maybe I'll feel it in the first 4 weeks of the season, but we'll just find out. You're right. But at last place, I have the Jets. I actually at 8-9, which I think is a pretty decent record. It's not good that you end up last in your division. But the Jets upgraded by a lot from last year. They could definitely get more wins than last year, but I don't think it'll be enough to win the division or make the playoffs. Next division being the AFC South, I have the Titans winning it, of course, with an 11-6 record, and I have the Colts right behind, who I think would actually be good now that they have Matt Ryan replacing Carson Wentz at 10-7. The Texans and Jaguars at 3-14. I do not see them having a good year. Maybe the Jaguars will have more than 3 wins, but the Texans, I feel a little comfortable with them being 3-14. But I had the Texans at third. Since they're tied, I put the Texans at third because they had a better division record, of course. Next up, the AFC North. I have the Bengals winning the division. It's definitely different from last year because I don't even remember where I had the Bengals last year. We can actually check it out right now, real quick. Let me see if I can find it. I had the Bengals last year at literally last place at 7-10. And boy was I wrong. I was so wrong. I mean, they made the Super Bowl. They didn't win it, but they did really good last year. They could possibly make the Super Bowl again. But let me continue. Bengals 12-5 in first. Ravens behind with 10-7. The Browns 9-8. Now my story with the Browns is that they had a really rough start because I know Deshaun Watson is going to be suspended for the first 6 games, but there's actually bigger breaking news. It might actually affect my schedule and my prediction, and if it's true what just happened today, then I will make a new video to update that one little spot, because the news today is that Deshaun Watson, the NFL appealed the ruling, and that Deshaun Watson might miss the whole year. So if that happens, whatever the ruling is, if it's different from 6 games, it could definitely affect my prediction, and I will definitely make another video just to make that small change. But for now, with the 6 game suspension, I have the Browns going at 9-8, and I unfortunately the Steelers at 9-8 because I actually believe that the Steelers can be better than 9-8. I'm part of the Trubisky wagon. I do think that Trubisky will make the Steelers better, but we'll see. I definitely think I could be better than 9-8, but that's what I came up with by when I was done doing the predictions. And the last division coming in with the Chiefs at 14-3, the Chargers at 10-7. The Raiders at 10-7, and the Broncos at 9-8. Probably the best division that we're gonna see all year. But like they're all good teams, but obviously one of them has to be last and one of them have to be first. And the one that chose to be last will be the Broncos. But like if you're 9-8 in last place, that really sucks, dude. But remember, one of them has to make it. All right. And that is it for the divisions. We're gonna move on to the playoffs now. Oh wait, I forgot to mention the division champs for the AFC. The Bills, Titans, Bengals, and Chiefs. And also something I wanted to mention as well. The Bills and Chiefs are tied with 14-3. But of course, I give the Bills the first place because, again, they had the better division record. Is that how it works in seedings? I am pretty confident that that's how it works on seedings. But now that we're done with that, I will name the other teams that made the playoffs and my predictions for that. Obviously, in the NFC, the Los Angeles Rams getting the bye because they had the best record in the NFC, with the division champs being the Bucks, Eagles, and Packers. And the other teams that made the playoffs coming in at 5th place was the Cowboys because they had the better non-division champ record with 11-6 going up against the Packers. Next up was the Vikings at 10-7, and then I had the 49ers at 8-9, who are tied with the Cardinals. But the 49ers had the better division record, and that's why the 49ers get the 7th seed. And then the way and moving on to the AFC, I'll name the game predictions right after I'm done announcing the teams. First round bye being the Buffalo Bills. Second place, the division champs being the Chiefs, Bengals, and Titans. And then the other teams that made the playoffs were coming in at 5th place, the Los Angeles Chargers with a 10-7 record. And then at 6th place was the Colts with also a 10-7 record. And at the end, the Raiders in the 7th seed with a 10-7 record. And this is where it got. This is where having the division record on have really helped me out, because there were 4 teams tied at 10-7, and only 3 of them were. I was only able to put all 3 of them. I checked their division records. The Colts had the Chargers had a better division record than the Colts. The Colts had a better division record than the Raiders, and the Raiders had a better record than the Ravens. And it sucked because it came with the Raiders and Ravens for the 7th seed. But when the moment I checked that division record, oh my god, dude! Like the Raiders just made it in. Actually, no, because the Ravens actually had a pretty bad division record. So I'm sorry, Ravens fans, for that. But yeah, those are my predictions for the playoffs. The games being Packers versus Cowboys, Eagles versus Vikings, Bucks versus 49ers, Titans versus Chargers, Bengals versus Colts, Chiefs versus Raiders. And I'm going to start with the NFC first. With the Packers and Cowboys, I will have the Packers moving on. Sadly, the Cowboys going one and done again. Like it's going to happen, Cowboys fans. We got to accept it. The only way I see that not happening is if we get the first seed. That's it. Literally the only way I see us being in the second round is if we get the first seed. But I hope I'm wrong. Like, I hope I look back into the video and laugh at myself. But the second game being Eagles and Vikings, I actually had the Eagles moving on. And that one really hurt my soul to do. Just because, I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Eagles overall have a better team. Better defense. And you could say it a little bit better. I think they're tied at offense. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fan side of me trying not to admit it. Who knows? But that's just me speaking out of honesty. The Eagles move on to the second round. And then the Bucks beat the 49ers, with the matchups being Eagles versus Bucks and Packers versus Rams. Now I'm going to go to the AFC side. Buffalo Bills, first round bye. And then first game being Titans versus Chargers. I have an upset with the Chargers actually moving on to the second round. And then going on to the next game, Bengals versus Colts. Usually when the Colts if the Colts ever make the playoffs, they really never goes their way, even if they have like a good team. but I have the Bengals over the Colts. And then the last game being the Chiefs and Raiders. Obviously, whenever it comes to the Chiefs and Raiders, you should always pick the Chiefs over Raiders, just because it may always seem like it might be a close game, just for the Chiefs to blow them out by like four or five touchdowns. That happens a lot, bro. Like, y'all can't tell me I'm wrong. But that's making the AFC division matchups Bengals versus Chiefs and Chargers versus Bills. Now we should move on to the divisional round. The matchups, once again, Eagles and Bucks. And I have the Bucks winning that over the Eagles. The Eagles Cinderella story comes to an end. And then the Packers and Rams, I still have the Rams. Well, actually, we didn't get that matchup last year, only in the regular season. But I actually have the Rams beating the Packers, moving on to the championship round. The matchups being the Bucks and Rams in the NFC championship round. On the AFC side, Chiefs versus Bengals. I believe the Chiefs are gonna get the revenge on the Bengals. Bills and Chargers. I have the Bills moving on to the championship round. And now we're gonna go to the championship round for the AFC and the NFC. And the NFC, Bucks versus Rams. I think Tom Brady will go on to whatever Super Bowl appearance this will be for him. And then for the AFC, I believe the Bills will get the revenge from last year's divisional round and move on to the Super Bowl. With the Super Bowl being the Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus his old rival Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. And who will be the Super Bowl champ? Paulo, give me a drum roll.
Drum roll, please.
I want you to announce to me who the Super Bowl champs will be for my prediction. Who is it? Who is it? Drum roll. Just say it. Say that name right there. Who is it?
Buffalo Bills.
Yes, I have the Buffalo Bills winning the 2022-2023 Super Bowl. What Super Bowl number even is this? They've done 51. No, wait. They've done 54. They've done 56. We were in 56. Wait, were we in 56? 55. I have the Buffalo Bills winning Super Bowl 57 for the NFL season of 2021, 2022, and 2023. And that will be it for my video. I had such a good time recording this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my prediction. Tell me y'all's opinion on the comments. Tell me where y'all think I'm wrong or where y'all think I'm right. I forgot to do it this year, but I forgot to do my recap for last season. But it's already too late. Like, I'm already 5 months behind from that video. So maybe that's something that's gonna stay in my notebook forever. Who knows? But yes, that'll be it for my video, guys. I will see y'all again for week 1 of the NFL season, or whatever ruling they change for the Deshaun Watson suspension. But thank you guys again. God bless you all. And of course, take care. Bye.